You're welcome back to the Gavel. In the last few weeks, there has been increased intensity in the advocacy against sexual abuse of children. A federal lawmaker in the House of Representatives, Lego Idabu from Cross River State, is sponsoring a sexual offenders register bill, which he hopes that, when passed, would help reduce and preferably end sexual abuse of children and minors in Nigeria. This bill, when passed, would guarantee that convicted child sexual offenders must register at police stations in the states where they reside in, and they must submit their fingerprints and personal details at police stations. And failure to do so is a crime. The intent is to discourage sexual abuse of children and minors. Now, the head of the organization which put together the bill, Vivian Elebio Okojie, is advocating that this bill be passed urgently.
So I came up with this bill because there's been so many conversations about child abuse and molestation, and you see it every day on social media and in the news. It's so devastating that you cannot even ignore it. It's a problem that it affects everyone. And I figured, what was the solution? What can I do as an individual, as a citizen of this country, to solve or curb this problem? And the idea was to come up with a bill to help not just completely delete what we have, but to enhance what we have. Currently, there's a Child Rights Act bill that obviously does not provide enough solutions to the problem. And part of the problem is being able to, part of the solution, I feel, is being able to monitor offenders and child molesters and to be able to know where they are, where they work, what they do. It's so important to be able to track them, and that's something that we don't have. And in a lot of the Western countries, including in countries like America and some other places that you have those provisions, it really does help reduce the constant reoffend, like as far as having offenses repeated. And so I decided that it would be great to create a bill to monitor pedophiles and child molesters. I want to be able to monitor and track people that work for me. So if I have a driver, for instance, I want to know what crimes they've committed. We need a better system to be able to track them, and that's what this bill is about. It's not completely wiping out the Child Rights Act, which we haven't even domesticated in a lot of the states in Nigeria. Senator Binta recently brought that up at the Senate, and trying to see how we can domesticate these laws. And it's really sad because of cultural reasons and religious reasons. We haven't been able to do that. Being able to track them, being able to monitor them, I think it goes beyond just catching criminals and keeping them in jail. It goes beyond that, and this means we're giving the victims power. We're giving the children power. I mean, we have 2-year-old and 5-year-old and 6-year-olds being molested every day. There's a case of a 8-year-old that was just molested and killed just last week. And this perpetrator lives in the same household with them. So we want to be able to track these cases and report them. We want to be able to have a system in place, a database to monitor offenders. And so that's all we're asking for. Yes, and so do we need yet another bill? Yes, we do. Because as it is now, what we currently have is not working. And so the sooner we take this very seriously as a national crisis, the sooner we could have solutions, and the sooner we can give children the peace of mind, because the success of a nation is the way they treat their children and their women. And as it is now, we're not doing enough.